Hello, LEGO fans, and welcome to another live build. Put my name on here. Click. How about that? I'm Tommy Williamson from BrickNerd.com, and today we are building the newest in the architecture series, 21020, the Trevi Fountain. Pretty spiffy, huh? Let's click over to chat here. Verify that everything's working. Seems to be going. Yep, all's go. So, oh, I got to start the time lapse. One moment. Start. And action. Yes. Hey, James. How's it going, man? I saw that you came into the Hangout for a few seconds and then left again. So, some facts on the Trevi Fountain. It was completed in 1762 in Rome. That's where this is from, by the way. It's in Rome, Italy. The booklet is in English and Italian. I didn't realize that they sold stuff in the States that you could get. Actually, I don't know if this is even for sale in the States yet, or if it's going to be this particular version. This appears to be the international version, not the three languages that we normally see in North America. This has got a multitude of languages on it. So I don't know if this will be the same version that is available in Europe or not. But that's what we're building. Let's get to it. The typical architecture, nice sturdy box, reclosable. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags, and typical square bound. Let's hope it holds the bit together better than the Ghostbusters. We shall see. This side over here. Oh, we got a Simpsons characters. What do you think? Should I open these first? See what I got? Chime in. E-figs. English. Oh, yes. It's in. Yep. Many languages. Yeah, you're not supposed to open these, supposedly, as much as we did, but I didn't really press them open. It just kind of fell open, and that's all it took. So, this is called perfect binding. It's far from perfect. So, this is more like the typical instructions from the architecture series. It's got lots of pictures of the real thing, lots of stories and history. So you really get to know a lot about the actual building that you're recreating in very small, very white form. Use that as a bookmark. It comes with a bookmark. It's a survey. Use that for now. And a brick separator. Won't be doing that. Let's see. Ah. Oops. So no reaction? Okay. There was no video there, just doing compositing. Ah, yes. Okay, I'll get another homer. I have 3 so far for some reason. Of course, that also means I have 3 remote controls, and that's kind of a handy little bit. Nope. Hey, I got a... Which is the mouse? Is it itchy or scratchy? I know I'm a bad Simpsons fan. I'm not really a big fan. But I got the mouse. Comes with a club. So, you were wrong, James. I got him. Brick in a box. Hi. We're doing a little pre-open here of Lego Simpsons minifigs. I got a Lisa, which I'm pretty sure I already have. Oh wait, no, it's a Maggie. Oh, I didn't realize Maggie had its own little new minifig body. That's cool. Fairly generic, that's good. See that coming in handy elsewhere. And a teddy bear. Kind of a jacked up teddy bear. Last chance for a homer. Don't need it. Nope. I got... I don't know what's his name. You guys will have to tell me his name. The bully guy. That guy. Sad that the main thing I'm really the most excited about on these sets is the printed sleeves. The bully. What's his name? Mouse is itchy. Okay, now I know I got itchy. I got scratchy at home. So now I've got the pair of them. I'm just waiting to be put in a brick film or something. All right, that little mischief is managed. Nelson, is that who that is? Switch back and forth here. Only one monitor. What's that mean? Hey, Paul! Welcome. How's it going, man? You're just in time. Still open. How was the cruise? The cruise was awesome. Not as good as our cruise on the Disney Dream last year. It was just a little lacking this time around. The food was so-so. The food service and the main dinner dining times was so-so. Elsewhere it was great, but for some reason the food fell short. And then boarding the ship was a disaster. It took us almost 2 hours to get into where we just give them our name and show them our passport. Out in the sun during the heat. Thankfully, it wasn't the end of the heat wave in San Diego, and wasn't blazing hot like it was before. But still, everyone started that cruise with a sunburn that they didn't expect to get. And parking was all kinds of different little problems. So, as my wife and I were summing it up this morning, the dream was a dream. The wonder kind of made us wonder. Huh? That clever or what? All right. Now I've spread out all the parts and I've got no place to look at the book. As you can see, it's a fairly typical architecture. Not too many colors, lots of small parts. I do see a few interesting things, like the smooth skeleton arms. It's all white shield, blank white shield. Plenty of snot bricks, but nothing earth-shattering. Pretty basic assortment. Kind of, I think that's the point of architecture most of the time, anyway. All right, give myself a little bit of filling room here. I'm going to start right off with the title tile. How about that? Printed, Trevi Fountain. Food is one of the main fun things of the cruise. That's true. There was plenty of it. That's one thing about cruising. You do not go hungry. If you do, you're doing it wrong. And it's like I was saying before the broadcast started. Sadly, I think the best thing I ate was mac and cheese in the buffet. That's not a very good testament. I had a hot dog at the pub too. The second night, and it was better than dinner the first night. I like the base on this one. It's not just a rectangle. It goes out. Once again, I've worn a very dark shirt. Of course, it's not a really super dark model, so nothing too bad. Switch over here, make sure I'm not missing. What other architecture sets do I have? I have the Brandenburg Gate, something like that, the big gate one. I have that one. I have, it's not an official architecture set, but it pretty much falls along the same lines, the Lego house. And I have a couple others stashed away, but I haven't really got too many in the series. I kind of find them overpriced for what you get, so I never really got very many of them. You're having a mac and cheese with hot dog slices. You know, that sounds really good, actually. I like food like that. Simple, uncomplicated, fun food. Oops, not that one. That one? Maybe. It's like only sticks out 3 steps past. Yep. Damaged box architecture studio. That's cool. Lots of cool bricks in that. I assume you saved some money on the damaged box. Lego used to do this thing called a scratch and dent sale when we do events. How many of you have been to a convention or not? I still go to BrickCon every year that I can. And one of my favorite destinations to hang out with my buddies in Seattle. And they used to take us over to the mall. We'd all line up, and they would have just a massive amount of sets that were damaged. Some not so much. Some were clearly just kind of pulled off of a shelf someplace and drop-kicked a little bit. It didn't look like shelfware. It just looked like get it over to the mall where there it is. And we would get some crazy deals, like 20 and 25% off, something even more. And we would spend hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on Brick. Everyone would leave 2 o'clock in the morning, very happy, very tired. But alas, no more. Stopped doing it last year. People got very upset about it. They all lashed out irrationally at Kevin Hinkle, as if he had anything to do with it and could do anything about it. So at a sale, you can get 30, 25, and 20% any 3 items. I got 3 Fire Brigades. Nice. I love the Fire Brigade. That's a really cool set. I think that's actually one of the ones that I got at the last sale at the mall. Here's our footprint. Starting the back half now. They did the smart thing and switched shippers. Yes. Let's see, we got here. Kuzo sets are similar prices, but with more interesting subjects. I agree. And the packaging and the whole package, the model inside, the design, the instructions, it's all very much in the same vein as the architecture sets. But the subject matter is far more interesting. Far more. Like the Ghostbusters back there, which I built in the last live episode, which was a really cool set. I wish I had some time to shoot an episode because I'm so behind schedule. For those that don't know, once I finished on the Lego documentary, I got a call to go work on the Expendables 3, and being as blogging is not a super lucrative option at these days, it's still picking up momentum, and my audience is growing, and I am making a small amount of money, but for the most part, I do a lot of work for nothing. And work came my way, even if it is visual effects, which I really don't want to do much anymore. I took the gig. So, but that's cutting into my production time for the show. I apologize for that. But in fact, I was there all day today, comping away on Sylvester Stallone, and now I'm here. It's now 8:17. I'll probably be here for a couple hours. Then I'll go home and collapse in the heat. For some reason, these things are really super tiresome. I don't know why, but these live builds are exhausting. So paying the rent for the studio yet? If I lump in the animation work, which was fairly lucrative, if I ever get the final payment, then yeah, that pretty much covers the rent for about the year. That's where I choose to put the money. So I guess that sort of does it. But I mean, there's lots of expenses involved in this show. I put that wrong. It's not supposed to be there. It's one of these. I caught it before I actually stuck it. It's not a mistake. Doesn't count. Thanks, Paul. I'm going to switch over here. My target prices on the Simpsons figs messed up, and they were only 50 cents. The haul was on my channel. Nice. you got each individual one for 50 cents each. I'd have bought the entire box. Of course, I probably would have caught it about then. Dave wants to know why I don't want to do visual effects anymore. I've told this story a few times. When I used to do makeup effects, and I had to stop doing that because it turned out to be extremely toxic. So I made the switch to digital in '93, and I came up to the Central Coast here and paired up with some guys, and we started a very small company. Well, they started it before I got there. I came up to join them and get them in the film industry, and within a year we were working on our first film, and that place was called Cafe FX, and we enjoyed lots of success for the better part of 17 years. And the visual effects industry has kind of been decimated the last, about 10, 12 years. It's just been slowly shredded from the inside as companies compete to get the shrinking revenue jobs, and more and more work goes overseas. It's a long, complicated issue. It takes forever to explain what's going on, but basically, if you don't like to travel anymore, if you don't like to just chase work around the planet, and that's what I was doing after Cafe folded. I went to Acapulco, I went to Philadelphia, I went to New York, I went to London, I went to Los Angeles, and I just bounced all over the planet for almost 4 years. And it not only is it exhausting, I got tired of watching my boys grow up on Skype. I taught my oldest son how to use an electric razor over Skype. I missed his first day of high school. I was just missing out on life, working so hard to make a living that I was missing out on everything that I was making a living for. So that's actually how BrickNerd came to be. I wanted to go back home. I wanted to be in charge of my own destiny. So I decided to combine two of my passions, which are filmmaking and Lego, and every episode is there's like a little movie in the inside of it. Just I come in here and I shoot. I used to shoot it at home and in my garage. Now there's a permanent facility in my studio. It's an awesome little place, and eventually it could make money. But in the meantime, I'll have to continue taking gigs elsewhere. And that's pretty much the abbreviated story of why I would desperately not to do visual effects anymore, because it's robbing me of my soul. That looks like light gray, and I don't see those parts. I see them in dark gray. 1x4. You see the 1x4? Anybody? I'll do a brief check at the inventory in the back here. 12 in the darker gray, which looks, and that really looks like the same gray. Just 2 of those. Okay, so the odds are they're right here. And there's only 2 of them. I'm looking right at them. Making some exciting video here while you all look at me trying to find parts. I don't see them. Okay, let's go back here. What am I missing? How did you get the Ghostbusters set early? I am very fortunate to have a limited amount of support from Lego itself, Lego proper. Hey, I found one. They contacted me a few months ago and said that they've been watching the blog and watching my YouTube channel and like what I'm doing, and I wanted to offer some support. So that's how I did it. I just, they say, when you want something, ask. If we can do it, we'll give it to you. And I asked, and I got it. Some things I have to ask for specifically, and wait, I don't know when it's going to show up. That was like the sea cow was a request, but the Lego house was not a request. It just showed up. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship that I enjoy with Lego. They get publicity and reviews and evaluations, and I spread the word, and I get sets, which I build live and try not to mess up. Trying anyway. How many Lego sets do you have? Oh boy, that is I have no idea. Could not tell you. It is, it's in the hundreds. I have no idea. You can't see it right out of frame here. There is a giant set of industrial shelving that's got probably, between that and everything I got here, about 750,000 elements, bricks. I think. I really don't know. I used to be able to kind of tell you because I kept everything on Puron, but it's kind of hard to maintain that database, especially when you do things like go and buy cups and cups of pick-a-brick and people give you some stuff, or you buy half a set, or you do a draft at a meeting. You guys know what a draft is. So after a while, it just becomes progressively less accurate. The only stuff I know I have is the stuff I have in my BrickLink store, which is presently closed. And that was like, I don't even want to guesstimate anymore. We rated it big time while we were working on a documentary. We pilfered from it freely as it needed to be. And we still ran out of bricks continually. Had to place more emergency orders on BrickLink. Right, James? Yeah. Let's switch back over to this view here. Hey, Ethan. How's it going, man? I've got to scroll back here a little bit. So Lego is looking to hire a concept designer in Shanghai. Needs to speak Chinese. I think I could get the job. It's like, speak Chinese, and I already did some concept for him. But you'd have to move to Shanghai. Yes, that would be a hard thing to do. I see the posts come up for Lego every once in a while. One, I don't know how much it would be, I would enjoy working on them. It's, even this, once you turn your hobby into a job, it's hard to still call it a hobby, at least after a while. So, I know lots of people who have become designers and have fallen out of the fan community because, you build all day. The last thing you want to do is come home at night and continue to build. You no longer do it for recreation. You're doing it because you're supposed to. But on the other hand, if you can do something with your life that's if you can do work or do something that you totally enjoy for your job, then it's like never going to work. So a bit of a double-edged sword. Yes, I get to play with Lego all day when it's when I'm not working on Expendables, and get paid a pittance for it. But still, I'm getting paid to build. So that's a total win. I wish there was some way that you could build a machine that you can just dump your Lego into, go through and count it all, sort it all for you, and out at the end it would just spit out little bags that you can put together. Somebody designed that for me, because keeping this stuff organized is impossible. Let me turn that one around. Yep. There's our progress so far. Still working on this step here. Put the little windows in here. Yes. Classroom would almost be handy now and then. What's that mean? Still need the technical director to do this job. Okay. Put these in. Let's lock those in place. We've got a full base. It won't be on this step. Well, I guess partially. It'll be held on with 2 studs. Alright. Right, that's right. So how tempted are you to take that gig, Paul? Okay, that's not right. Where be the jumpers? There. I know exactly what you mean, Paul. Exactly. I've had many offers to do many somewhat interesting things, but they all take place in some other place that I am no longer willing to travel for. It is just not worth it. My family means too much to me. Not quite connected in the front. I won't pick it up yet. And it won't be after this step either. Juanas. Oh, you do fill in. They aren't black. Blank. Where's the black parts? All right. I messed it up. New. Oh, I see. No mistakes. I didn't make a mistake. I just questioned myself. That doesn't count. I think I would probably hate China too. If for no other reason than it's very far from home. All right, let's put some blue parts on here. If you're into 1x2 trans blue plate, this is the set for you. Because there's a pile of them here. Trans light blue. There's where we are. Taking shape. Have any vintage sets? I have a couple older sets. Nothing super special. I've got some hand-me-down loose brick. There's some old classic space in there. I've never taken a thorough inventory of it. I just cleaned it up and put it in a bag or a box. No, a bag. And I've got just a couple small sets. I got like one of the shell collector boxes. A few, let me say old, it's not super vintage, but not a whole bunch. I'm not really as big a collector as I am a builder. The problem with the vintage sets is, it just seems too big a shame to crack it open. And I really, when I'm mess with this stuff, I want to build it. Don't want to just leave it in a box sitting on a shelf and not enjoying it. Time to add a whole bunch more plate here. A whole bunch more. It's interesting, they outlined the new bricks with red outlines. And the instructions there. You can see that. Not sure if it shows up on camera or not. Doesn't look like it. But when they, for the next step, they show red outlining about the stuff you're adding to the already existing plate. I can see how that would be. It could be very confusing. But with my crappy eyes, it doesn't really matter. I just sort of see some red in there. It's all mixed in. Yeah, most two. How many parts in this set? I actually don't know. It doesn't say so on the box. Somebody will have to look that up. Nope, doesn't say. Not sure. Take that up to that edge. Do the other thing. Same thing on the other side. This is going to be like the Minecraft sets. When you get done building it, your fingers are going to be a little tender. Not as bad as those sets, though. Holy cow. As I've stated many times, I built all 3 sets in one afternoon, one marathon session, shooting time-lapse photography and going non-stop. And the next day, the finger recognition on my iPhone did not work. My fingers were so torn up that I couldn't get it to work. I had to type in my code. And another layer, just like that. More light blue plate. I'll show you where I'm at, what I'm doing. You just add an entire layer of 1x2 plate. Miss any comments here? Questions? See ya, Brick in a Box. Thanks for coming by. Oh, my Bricklink store is called Clickin' Bricks. IN apostrophe. Okay. And another layer, just like that one. But outset. One more 2-stud width. Is anybody building anything really cool these days? I don't have time to build. Makes me sad. What you doing on that one? It's good to. I did. Okay, we call that a mistake. Owning it. I put one in. There's probably going to be one there on the next page, but it's not on this page. So I'll take it off. Who's from CBS Sunday Morning contacted me about the Pippin mock I did for Sekerstrom. I'm not familiar with that mock. What is it? Send a link or a picture. Sounds like a nice score. Dave. Oh, Josh. Cool. 6698. Which set is that? I'm afraid I don't have all the classic space sets memorized. 20 of those on that step, 20 of those on that step, and another 18 on this step, including the one I just took out because it was in the wrong place. And the traveling production of Pippin. RV plus people in 1986. Yeah, that's vintage. Sad thing is, it's when I graduated high school. God, I'm old. course, back in high school, I didn't have a lot of bricks. I still had my ones from my childhood, but I wasn't buying any new sets. Now, I have not pressed this thing down, and the back has already come loose. No pages are falling out yet, but all I was doing is just sitting open. Ooh, Statue of Liberty. The big one? That one was a cool set. I wish I had purchased it. I wish I had the money to purchase it when it came out. Those are actually pretty valuable now. Alright. Here's where we are. All the 1x2s in now. Now I just got to fill in those gaps with 1x1s. The main section of water in the fountain is done. I'm not speed building, not trying to set a record, as usual. I don't build fast, pretty much ever. There will be no record set tonight. And as always, no wagering. All right. Back to bricks again. 2 days. You can't generally download the architecture instructions, or has that changed? Well, it depends. The site, not Piron, you're connected to it. Pixel, I think it's called. I don't know, if you go to Piron.com, there's usually a link for it. That is a site that has scans of instructions, but they have kind of a policy. I think it's 3 years they wait until they scan it, so that the product has had a chance to have its usable shelf life before they'll post the instructions for it. So basically, when Lego's no longer actively selling the product, then they'll post the instructions, and I think that's a pretty cool policy. Keeps people from tapping the resource of the designers of Lego, because that's something that Lego has to pay those people, and I think it's totally fair that the sets that they're putting out are intellectual property, and you want to build a set, you should have to buy the set, or patiently wait for the instructions to be available in a couple of years. Adding a second layer of water here from the center of the fountain. I like the subtle darkening effect that it has on the coloration. Second layer of trans to make it slightly darker. Nice effect. some more of that. A drink of water because I'm parched. Trevi isn't available on Lego.com. Back to the Future was. Oh, you can't get this set yet either? I didn't look anything up. I just saw that I found a picture for it on Amazon. I think it was the UK Amazon. Aren't I privileged? Sorry, the PDF instructions aren't available. Let's see here. It looks like it's just me on the YouTube comment side, wind blows and tumbleweed. Is it? I guess so. Yep, it's not a terribly exciting thing that I do here. But I make that very clear in all my descriptions for it. It's just me putting a set together. The thing is, I have to put the sets together to put them on my show. And since I'm building it anyway, might as well hang out with my friends while I do it. That's where we're at. Architecture instructions are available through Lego.com. Trevi's not released yet, so they haven't put out the instructions. That makes total sense. Okay, 5 more of those in various places. I'll try not to mess up. So one goes there. One goes there. One goes here. One goes here. One goes there. That's interesting. Why it's done like that. Having never been to Trevi Fountain, I don't know what this is supposed to represent. I guess it's gurgling water stuff. It looks like, oh, I see. There's other parts that are going to be put into there. Shows how much I don't know about Trevi Fountain. Instructions are getting through. Gettable though through proper channels. I get advanced instructions all the time. That's cool. Now, Lego is a very, very cool company. They are awesome in so many ways, and there's things that they do that people don't know about that are quite surprising. For instance, supporting the media sites like BrickNerd. They don't have to do that. Anyone who thinks they do is far too entitled to be taken seriously. They don't have to do any of that stuff, but they do, and that makes them very cool. All right. On there. Actually, getting a little bit of motion sickness still. I got off the boat with stillness illness. Sort of the inner ear equivalent of persistence of motion. So you get off the boat and suddenly you feel, you're just sitting there and you feel like you're still moving a little bit. I'm pretty susceptible to motion sickness. I had a couple slightly iffy moments on the boat this time. Didn't have any problems at all on the Dream. And that was one of the things I was really concerned about before we went on our first cruise. But I was okay. This time, the first night was a little dicey for me. But only to the point of I wanted to lay down for 5 minutes and then go watch some fireworks, and I was feeling much better after that. So probably just getting up on deck and getting some fresh air helped immensely. But it's all looking down, looking back up, and looking back down, looking over this way. I'm making myself a little, not sick, but kind of dizzy. Dizzier. I'm usually kind of dizzy in a dopey kind of way. Uh-oh, they found me. Anyone who thinks their dude is probably still being whined back in discounts. Yeah, there were a lot of whiners at BrickCon when the announcement was made that there was going to be no scratch and dent. And I kind of looked at it, oh, that's cool. Saved me from myself. You know, it was kind of cool to get stuff before, but they were kind enough to offer it. But to sit back and demand it, I thought was very, very poor form for the A-holes there. A lot of people tend to forget we are not the demographic. We do spend a lot, and LEGO does take us fairly seriously. But at the end of the day, we are not who they were making this stuff for. This set, yes, is clearly geared toward adults. But the vast majority of what they do is for kids 8 to 12 years old. And if you don't stop to remind yourself of that every once in a while, you find yourself disappointed in all the wrong things. I should have 2 of those. Where's the other one? Found it. 2 of those, 6 of those. There's progress. Sorry about the glare there. It's a little hard to not get one of these overhead lights in it. I struggled with the lighting for this. I tried a few different kinds. I did tungsten for one of these. I did LED lighting. I tried reflective lighting. I tried different things. And really, when it comes down, these provide a whole lot of light. It's not great quality light, but it's all nice and even, and you can see everything. And I don't look like I'm trying to shoot a cheesy music video or Miami Vice episode. So Why are those clear or blue? It's colorblind time. I do believe those are blue. Yeah, they're blue. Not that one. This one. You have a 6 in the middle, so up to there. You know how I feel about wines. Yes, Paul Lee is, you guys who don't know Paul, Paul's actually fairly well-known AFOL and artist. If you get the Lego Club magazine or Lego catalogs, or just the club, no, it's both, then you have seen his work. I don't have one handy. Actually, you also contributed box art recently, too, to the superheroes line, didn't you? So you've all seen his work. He's a very, very talented artist. And he's also a bit of an evangelist for the common sense side of Lego fandom. Every once in a while, us nerds need a little bit of smacking around. Paul's always right there to do it for us. Right, Paul? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle box art. That's right. I don't have any of those right now. That's boxes. There's a couple in the collection. All right. Good. The largest piece in the entire set. A 1x6x5 panel. I think it's 5. Yep. There. A giant chunk of the back wall is already in there. Boom, just like that. Okay. Window ones. Keep on and grab these studs on the side ones. Put those aside. Figured out where to get the PDF of Architecture Studio still. Is that the solid panel or one with the open side? It's the open side. Anyone look up how many pieces are in this set? Because I don't know. Not that it's tearing me up inside not knowing. I can find out later. I don't care that much. All right. Okay. I will say that these live builds are easier in the morning, or at least not after a long day of work, because I'm a little frazzled. Just tear it back apart, count, obviously. Yes. That'll be the post show. Stick around on Google Hangout. You can watch me tear apart and count parts. I got a backlog of stuff to tear apart and shoot and build. Got one mock right there I started, can't get back to. Got the Ghostbusters set right there that I need to shoot so that I can put it in an episode. I've got the sea cow up there, which is an intimidating shoot. I have no idea how I'm going to properly get that thing on camera. It's so gigantic. My backdrops aren't very big. I have to invest in some material just to be able to shoot it. How crazy is that? Alright, 1 by 3, and 1 by 6. And our back wall is coming together. And another layer of those. Oh, I gotta click on this link. Sean's here. Nice one, Paul. Nice bat flap. So who saw and heard about the Star Wars behind the scenes video? Actually, not so much behind the scenes, but sort of behind the scenes. And the contest that they announced. Who signed up for that? It seemed like a good cause, and I'm a JJ fan, and he's behind it, and it's Star Wars. It's worthy of my support, so I kicked him $10. This set's messing with my OCD a little bit, because I like to make sure like the 1x1s are nice and straight before moving on, and there's lots of them in this set. So our back wall continuing to come together. Nobody seems to have a piece count on this set. But the logo is facing the same way. You know what? I don't know, and my eyes are so bad I can't tell. I'm not going to look. My eyes make me sad. I used to have amazing vision. The problem is my muscle memory for looking at stuff, because I've always been the creative type. I've always been doing something with my hands since I can remember. And the muscle memory for working on things is right here. That doesn't work with my eyes anymore. It's more like here, which profile used to be here, now it's here. That makes me so sad. One of the perks and privileges of getting old. But you're only as old as you feel. I feel old. If I could actually truly just take a few days off, I would probably be fine. But, ooh, that's what a smart person would do. Even to go on the vacation, I had to ramp up ahead of time. I had all this posts scheduled to go automatically, and my one contributor added one over the weekend, so that helped. And then I was able to not have to blog. So there's an hour out of the morning that I don't have to spend doing that. But it's all work that I did ahead of time, so it didn't really save me anything. It just kept me from having to do it on a boat, spending $75 per minute or whatever ridiculous amount they charge for their bandwidth on the boat. Which is going to make it challenging. Next month I'm actually going to Hawaii, and I'll have to work from my hotel room at the Aulani Resort in Hawaii. So your posts next month are going to be interesting because they're going to be tropical. All right, we've got a sub-assembly going here, so I'm going to squeeze this aside a little bit. And the brick into the brick. Where's that? Joker. I'm making. Oh, here's a fun fact. The fountain is mostly built of travertine stone. This popular building material came from a quarry located 22 miles from the east of Rome. Didn't know that, did you? Little microfig standing in as a statue. Reminds me of a really stupid joke I used to tell when I was a kid. I'm not going to tell it tonight. So, a little sub-assembly there. A little statue. And there it goes. Smack dab in the middle. Okay. 1x2. Ooh, just got dizzy again. Gotta stop doing that. Keep snapping my head around and giving myself the woozies. Dropped apart. Wouldn't be a live build without picking up parts. Oops. Yeah, binding is just slowly coming apart. It's not loose yet, but the bindings, the sewing thing or whatever, the ridges are clearly visible all the way down the line now. That's not good. Two of these. Couple more sub-assemblies, which will get really big really quick because we're made with these giant bricks. Oops, that one. Let's see. Your eyes make you sad too, Sean? Yeah, 40 is like this magic number. You hit that and all of a sudden, things just go downhill. That's about when it started with me. Realized one day, I discovered it when I was playing with my Nintendo DS. I was just holding where I normally held it, and it was a little out of focus, and I realized that I needed to push it away to actually focus on it. I was like, oh no, this is where I used to hold it. Now it's out here. Mother Nature, why do you hate my eyes? is. This piece. Now it'll fit. Those go in right behind those jumpers. Yep. So there's where we stand. Look pretty cool. Are any of you going to Brick World next month? I wish. I cannot. I'm going to Hawaii. It's my son's graduation present, so. And darn, I get to go to Hawaii. Never been. I'm making another fountain with a dude on it. Or subassembly with a dude on it. Or two of them. It's a double. Yes, the white microfigs are cool. Just little blank microfigs on the floor. There it again. Pardon me. I'm back. Since you missed, what the heck is Spring BrickCon? I haven't even heard of that. What's Spring BrickCon? I know about brick slopes. Ah, BrickCon put on Expo, no con. That's cool. At the airport. Guess that would be SeaTac. Where do they do it? It's time for the arch. See if I can build like this for a little while and not fall over. So it'll make far more interesting time-lapse photography if you can actually see what I'm constructing. I didn't expect the entire back wall to be cropping up quite so soon. Freight House Square where Dan Parker studio lives. You stepped on Josh? It's not nice to step on Josh. I'm going to build 6 of these. I'll do them all at once. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little plate. Lots of 2x2 white jumpers in this set. Actually quite a few, yeah. I don't know what the count is. I can look it up for you in the back of the book here, though. Might as well. Where is it? There we go. White jumpers. There are 25 in this set alone. If you're into 1x2 trans blue, there is a lot of those as well. Let's see how many. 97. 97 of those. Alright, still making these. Oh, I gotta switch over to the other chat here and see what I'm missing. Yay, somebody new. Maybe time to come back to us. Sorry, I was building Kratos' voice. The Tommy your BrickNerd has abandoned me. Steps off cliff. Okay. Dave Foreman, Paul says hi. Or says to tell Paul hi. So Paul, hi from Dave Foreman. How long have we been going now? Oh, an hour and a half. It does kind of speed up as things go further along because you have less hunting to do for parts. But you also get more tired as you go on, especially after working a full day. And I'm tired. 1x1 clear tile. I didn't have a lot of those. I didn't. I've got considerably more now. Yeah, my fingers are starting to feel it. It's one of those semi-painful builds. Lots and lots of small parts. Alright. 6 of those bad boys, and those go. What? Oh, they were in the back. Like that. Alright, hope I'm doing this right. Didn't do that one right. 1x1 clear tile. Isn't that a new piece? Is it? I seem to remember having some. They might be non-production. I do manage to get my grubby little mitts on those every once in a while. But this set has a lot of them. So if they are new, there's a bounty in this set. Kind of like the Brandenburg Gate as far as olive green tile or cheese slopes. Now I'm going to make 6 of those. Wow. If I'm neglecting you in the other channel, why aren't you over in the Google Hangout? It's fun. There's no delay. If somebody's doing something particularly interesting, I'll put them on video for a while because, you know, it's me. 6 of those. Another brick on top. Someone's blogging and whining about the use of that piece. It's been on the pick-a-brick. Wow, it's a one-by-one clear tile, isn't it? Use of what piece? Why is it that everyone has to whine about Lego? It's a toy. Just play with it. Whines about the 2x2 jumpers. Oh yeah, those are some of those in there too. Yeah, those were on pick-a-brick, weren't they? That explains why I have so many of them. All right. This part is a little fragile and tedious. Trying not to make the whole thing fall over. Oh, cool. Utilize the new capability of a top-mounted jump, because the new jumpers they don't have the stud in the center anymore. They've got the two ridges on each side, allowing you to jump under and over. Quite a handy little feature. Uh-oh, new guy. Michael. Redepenning. Redepenning. Did I say that right? Welcome. Let's see, actors on this side. Oh, this side. Building it backwards to myself. One, so that you guys can see, and two, so that my time-lapse camera actually can see what the heck I'm doing. I didn't expect the entire back wall to go up so you wouldn't see what's being built. Oh, two of those. Duh. Yes, I pronounced it right. Hooray! Yay me. Alright. Put that on there. Get a shot for progress. Looking cool. Let's see. Show this video. Into 2014 X Prize Moonblast Mindstorm Challenge. Oh. Not now, of course. But I will. I'll check that out. And you got a close-up on one of the jumpers. You haven't seen those yet? Yeah. I'll switch to B cam so you can get a really good look. That's not it. Assuming it focuses. So the bottom of them, these were highlighted on New Elementary that way as well. They don't have the center stud anymore. Got these little grippers on the side. So what it allows you to do is do a half stud, or half stud offset on top as well as the bottom. Before, you could only do that on bricks that had a hollow top stud. So, and now you can do it with both on these. So lots of new building capability with those. Very exciting. Switching back to the other cam. Ta-da! Technology is groovy. All right. Oh, gonna make 6 more of those things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, the front of this thing is a little bit of repetitive building. It gets a little tiresome. It's probably my biggest complaint about the last really repetitive build is the haunted house, the Monster Fighter's haunted house. I don't know if anybody built that one, but the window assembly, I got so tired of building windows on that thing. Like, okay, I'm done with this. Really cool set. I really enjoyed it, but construction-wise, that part became tedious and repetitive. Let's see. High-tech, very Hollywood, yes. Well, you know me, Mr. Hollywood. The one-by-one tiles are getting harder to locate. There's not that many of them here. And they're clear. And they're mixed in with the one-by-one tile or plate, making them difficult to spot. One more. There it is, hiding under a pip. Yes, I call these pips. I was calling them pips long before I understood that that is a UK slang term for them. At least that's what I've come to understand. Okay. Again. And if I had to guess, I'm going to have to build that other one 6 more times. Oh, almost. It's almost identical. Oops, I forgot to put a couple of those in. Wait. Oh, there's one in. That was a mistake, Glenn. Duly noted. I believe the tally is 2 for this one so far. Alright, let's build some of those. Actually, let's build exactly 6 of those, because that's how many it calls for. 1. It's starting to get hot in here. I'm getting hot flashes in my old age. Actually, I can tell you exactly how hot it is. It's 78 degrees, a far cry from the 92 degrees it was in here for the Ghostbusters build. God, it was hot in here. There's 4. 5. And 6. But did you actually get ice cream after that build? We did have ice cream at home. We went home and had some. Oh, we went to Baskin Robbins, I think. Yeah, we went to Baskin Robbins. It was delicious. 2, 3. might have to have ice cream when I get home because I just happen to have some chocolate malted crunch, the best ice cream in the world, at my house right now. All right. A little close up here, the front action there. It's very cool. Nice construction. Make sure I've not got any dumb mistakes. Looking good. Alright, make 3 of those. Oh, okay. This with a jumper on it. Which goes there. This with a jumper. Alright. And do that again, but on the opposite side. You're getting ice cream right now? Just now? I wish I had ice cream. I guess I'll just drink some water. Nope, not as good. Alright. So 2x3s. Der and der. There, that's all held together. And some columns or some pillars. Check out them pillars. You ain't even seen the beds yet. There we go. A little of my dad right there. That's a kind of joke my dad would tell. And cap those off with those. It's got a roof now. So it looks like the White House with a water slide coming out the front. Yes. The little known morsel of history there that Taft, while rotund, was also big into water sports and had a water slide built out of the front of the White House. It was built over by the Kennedy administration. None of this is true, by the way. Okay, now we're going to cap the front with these. Yeah, nice touch. Make those windows inset and adds a nice relief to them. That is a nice touch. And got rid of those front-facing studs. Yep, that's cool. All right, and 2 of those. Oh, I do believe. Oh, it's got a different drawing there. I got excited for a second there because I thought there was a new piece. The drawing of this part, 1 by 1 with a clip on top. Makes it look like almost like a minifig hand sitting there. It doesn't have the side reinforcement. And if it was like that, then it would fit in the bottom of a 1x1 brick, I believe, like minifig hand does. That would make some really cool building opportunities for nerds like me who care about such stupid things. All right, build 2 of these. Let's stick them on the fountain. I'm building the wrong way. Those are angled so that we can attach something to them later. Okay. Got 2 1x2 slopes and 2 cheese slopes. Goes there. And here. And there. There's this little. Oh, back here. Yep. And the bigger one is a cheese slope. Oh, am I getting tired? There's all kinds of little pieces jutting out of this. Can't tell how many that sits actually. Looks like it might be. I think it's here. Maybe. Yeah, it has to be over one. It's a little unclear. Yeah, that must be it. Putting little doohickeys and thingamabobs into the fountain there. Ooh, ah. Gotta switch over to chat for a second. Just see who's there. Nobody. Okay. Trundling on. One of these. Put that facing that way. Goes here. Just hang over the end like that? I guess so. Okay. Maybe it represents something, I don't know. And a couple of inverted slopes. Surprisingly large ones. There. And there. This part is really confusing. I only think I'm doing this right. There, one of these, there. That's where it's supposed to be. There. I don't know exactly what I'm building there, but there are bits going into the fountain there. Can't tell what it is from here, but the picture of the real thing, we've got like lots of ornate sculpture, little landings where the water pours off. I'm sure it's very impressive in real life. I've never been to Italy or Rome. Okay, that's on there. Here, but I'm supposed to be looking for a hotel to book. Don't let me get you into trouble. What are we looking at the pictures here? Ah, yes. It is actually really impressive in real life. Wow. They just don't build stuff like that anymore, do they? All right. Where was I? Sort of making progress. That goes here. Facing. That's right away. Even with the second landing. Yep. Only in Vegas at 1/6 the scale. Oh, there's a scale of this version of this in Vegas? How many dark red fezzes do you need? I don't understand that. So I'm not going to worry about it. I've got building to do while I'm still awake. My wife opted out of this one. So it's just me. Flying solo. This goes which direction? It goes that way. Yeah, to say putting this part together is a little confusing. It's not immediately evident where these pieces go. Pretty sure that one goes there, though. Oh. And we'll call out for that one. And more of that. More of the same. I still need to photograph and review this set, get it on the website, or feature it on the show. or both. To try and carve out some time to do that. She's comfy in bed already. Let's see, 9:50. Yep, her and her cat are in bed already. Probably falling asleep to the Daily Show. Or she's laying in bed watching me do this and now giggling because I'm talking about it. Probably not. Or the cat's giggling because I'm talking about him. Right, Crash? Our cat is named Crash. He's an orange nightmare. Let's just go on and on. Oh, that's not. What's this? Right there. Cheese loop. That goes up against this. I do believe. I'm sure when this designer was working on this part here was like, oh, just keep trying to put these pieces in until it kind of looks right. You know, get the feel of it, imply it, and sort of sell it. That doesn't look right. All right, how did I mess that up? Ah, this piece goes here. This piece goes here. Yes, third mistake. But easily corrected. And we're moving on. Starting to get a little heavy. Here's some progress. Oh, I was fired and not fired in moments there. That was a close one. This connects to the end of that. Right. Really? Yep. Yeah, the inside of the fountain on this thing is a fairly complicated little bit. It's got water on it. It's visually and constructionally. Is that a word? Complicated. Quite complicated. Make sure we go in the right direction there. Ah, and we're back to the roof. Good. It's just some parts that go in place. Yeah. Somehow this has to. These two go in the middle. Two of these. some dark gray 1x3 tiles. I do like the 1x3 tiles. I don't know why. There's some parts that come out, I'm like, oh, that's cool, that might come in handy. There's other parts that come out and I go, oh, that's cool. Like the 2x4 tile. That opened up a lot of building options. I do like that part. Some parts that make me inexplicably happy, like cheese wedges. I don't know why. It's a cheery little piece. So those. Let's see. Look a little more complete. Yes, we're coming together here. It is indeed the home stretch. Got those. Little layer. Those. Some really cool building techniques, allowing some sloping there. Kind of reminds me of all the buildings in Philadelphia. Things we really got to have back in the day actually are useful. A number of 1x1 tiles you can get now. Yep. Yeah. Yep. The useful, especially small, useful parts that were only available in large sets were especially frustrating. Speaking of useful parts, the 2x2 jumper. I'm about to put a whole bunch of them on this thing. There's 3 of them. And 2 more. And another 2. And then another 2. And another 3. That's a whole lot of 2x2 jumpers. Okay. And let's stack a bunch of pips now. Time check. Another 2 hours. We are on pretty much the home stretch. Start running a little thin on parts. 4 of those. Oh, and there's what better way to celebrate adding a bunch of 2x2 jumpers than by adding more 2x2 jumpers. Oops. What is this? Oh, very nice. A little weak being attached with a single stud there, but nice nonetheless. Good. Oh, I'm not offset on that one. That one's just stuck together. What am I looking at? Those are already on. That's there. It's already on there. Okay. It says 6, but I only see 3. 3 new ones. Our top is done. Okay, so do I pay attention to the part that says how many I'm going to use, or do I pay attention to the actual picture? Because it only shows 3 that I can tell. I don't know. Then it shows this part. Then it says 4, and there's only 2 of those. I'll assume they go all the way across. This may prove to be foolhardy, but it certainly seems like where we're going with this. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. In the middle. No. And I'm out of them, so I think I did it right. Okay. That was a little confusing. Anyone was following along at home, perhaps you found it just as confusing. Jumper action here. Let's go in the middle. Let's do offsets. Let's see if they are. Making that even more interesting. And it goes here. Move. Oh, we had 2 more of those. Do I have 2 more of those? What did I do? Oh, I see. These are gapped like that. Now that to fit in there. Look at that. It attaches. How? Oh, let's see. Yeah. That part's complicated. Lots of single stud connections and half plate offsets. But it makes for some nicely complicated architecture. Alright. One of these slips in behind here. Perfect. We're getting close to done, folks. Which is good, because I am close to done, folks. I'm getting very tired. Two-by jumper is notably absent from Architecture Studio set. Was it? Oh, another reason to have it. Pick a brick cup handy. I agree. There. Nice touch to smooth that out. And on top. Rail plate. One by twos all the way across. Six of those and one of these. Okay. Couple lattices. Where's the other? Right for me. And two, one by one. Couple jumpers. Some progress on the top there. Four of those. Okay. One by one, cone, okay. And just here. What's this? Cookie. This. Okay. I think they're clear. Or are they blue? They appear to be blue. Damn my eyes. I'll do it again with the proper pieces. Square it up. Add another layer. Another good reason to build on a table. You take it apart, press it flat, square it apart, the sides. It's all perfectly flat. Okay. Now those clear. Cannot tell. I have a whole bunch of those left. I think they're clear. Gantlet. Let alone the lack of couch cracks. What does that mean? Another layer, just like that. I'm thinking it's clear in the front, blue in the back, but I could be wrong. squared, squared. Ah, working on the table. Yes. It says so right in the instructions that that's how you're supposed to do it. Although I used to build on the carpet all the time. Never had a real problem with it. Except now when I do it, I can't get up and I'm done. Okay. And it goes just like that. I'll do the other side. This is certainly burning through all the little bits. First, yes. Home stretch, folks. Who's still with me? 4 viewers, 5 viewers. My deepest thanks for hanging out with me, surviving the whole time. That's not the part. This one ends with a whole bunch of tedious little buildings. Oh, both ends of the roof are done now. Rather large brick and couch crack ends. Yep. Like I always say, you think you've lost a part or it didn't come with it, or if you think your kit was shy a part, it is almost certainly not. Lego just doesn't make that kind of mistake. Their equipment is very high tech, and they take very, very great care to make sure that that just doesn't happen. But even if you call them up and say, I lost that part, they don't bat an eye, just send you a new one. Because they're awesome. Alright, that. Jumper. One of those. These. 2 arms. And we got one of those. I think it's supposed to be a horse. Are there horses on the front of this thing? Coming out of the fountain? Can't tell from that. I think it's a horse. Not positive. I mean, third party verification. They sort of look like horses. This one's so loose. His head's come off. All right. And crest on the top there. That. One of those. And a Travis brick. And 2 white slopes. Pip. And a shield. A shield. That goes right there, rounding it off. And that's it. So there's one of these, and that's suspicious. Gee, looks like I missed it there. A oversight that is now fixed. And all we've got left is, I do believe, our spare bits. Yep. Except this one. The one part on top. And that is a completed Trevi Fountain. Good timing, Sean. You made it just in time. You can see the little fountain there, Trevi Fountain. That is it. A very cool set. I think this is one of my favorite architecture sets so far. I don't have a lot of them, but I admire a lot of them. Like the White House. I think I like this more. It's a nice set. Switching to camera B for some close-up of the details. Very cool set. All right, switch over to this here. So that is Lego Architecture 21020 Trevi Fountain. This is a very nice set. Get a shot here on time lapse of it just sitting there. Hopefully it's still shooting. I've gotten to the end of these things and go around to check for the time lapse and find out that it stopped shooting a whole minutes, if not an hour ago. Oops. Looks like everybody else is on the other channel. That's memory or battery issues. It's you set up ahead of time how many frames you want to shoot and how often you want to shoot them. And every once in a while, I underestimate how long it's going to take to build something. So I just mess up. Okay, time. So let's get the graphic on here. Find it. Go. Once again, I am Tommy Williamson from BrickNerd.com. It's another live build, Trevi Fountain. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one. Signing out the broadcast. Bye.